Okay, in this video we're going to look at reverb. I'm going to use the reverb that comes bundled with Ableton Live. It's a fairly standard reverb. It does have a few different tricks up its sleeve, but we're not going to focus on all of the different parameters and how they work. Instead, I'm just going to put it straight into use in a practical situation. So we'll start off with a loop from a new MIDI 09 track that we're making at the moment, and that sounds like this. Now, what we're aiming to achieve is to create some anticipation, a bit of a build over these this set of bars here, and it's going to then drop out shortly the track. No kick drum, no bass line, and the claps will stop here, so that will happen for 4 bars. So we just want to create a build going into this. Now, we've already got some reverb working on the claps. Got a reverb set up on one of the return channels, and this automation is sending the clap to the reverb every 4th clap, so the last clap in every 2 bars, and that's just giving it a little bit more of a tail on that clap. And we've done that by varying amounts throughout the track. So if I just isolate the clap and play that, you can hear the effect. So what we're going to do is start up a new reverb for this effect. So we need a new return channel, which is Control Alt and T, and then we'll drag a reverb onto that channel and turn the decay time up, something around 20 seconds somewhere will do. Set the effect to 100% wet because it's sitting on a return. We'll have high quality for this particular effect and turn the low cut on as well. Okay, so let's draw some automation in. You can see that by clicking on any of the different parameters, in fact, let's do show all parameters. Clicking on any of the different parameters will change what you see in the automation lane, which is really handy because you can, for example, you've got operator, you can click on any of these different controls and it will automatically show you what you're going to automate in this lane. Now, what happened just before was I had show automated parameters only highlighted. When you've got this, then it will totally ignore anything that you click on that hasn't got automation drawn in. So, for example, if we click here that has got automation, you can see by the small red dot, we will go there. But as soon as we click to any of the lanes that haven't got any data drawn in, nothing. So worth having that on show all parameters when you're drawing something in. And the reverb that we want is here. Let's rename this to save confusion. And that's sitting on the B return. So let's draw something in. If you highlight the area that you want to work on, there we go, there's the line. You can drag a line up like that and then just double click to delete a node, and now we should hear the reverb building in intensity. And then it will just cut off and stop sending to the reverb at this point. So that's all well and good, but a little bit boring. So let's automate another parameter. I quite like the size control. So let's do that halfway along. And then at the end, I'm just going to ramp it right up. Let's have a listen to that. I'm just going to move this along actually. You can hear at the end, that the reverb is actually struggling. It's starting to introduce some distortion. You may or may not want that. I actually quite like that effect. I think that's quite good. even to the point that actually we'll use it to our advantage by dropping a ping pong delay on here. And again, we'll automate the on-off switch on this delay, and you can see that it's changed. It's changed the line, so we can see exactly what we want to see. Now, you can't use the highlighting an area and dragging the line up trick when it comes to on-off buttons, which is a shame. I'm not sure why that is. Especially with something like delay, you want to be as precise as you can. Okay, so there we go. That's now on. Now, if you click the plus button, you can see multiple automation lanes. So we can now see both our size and our on-off automation. So let's just zoom out a little bit and hear this in action. Turn the loop off. So it's a little bit quirky at the end. I'm happy with that. Obviously you can change the position that the delay is going to kick in. I'm quite happy with that. We'll stick one more piece of automation on here on the reverb. We'll go for this kind of band pass filter that comes with the reverb. Okay, and let's hear this in context with the track now. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. One more thing that I always do after a reverb on the return channels is just to drop an EQ8 in and roll off the low frequencies so they don't muddy up the mix at all. Or just make a guess here, stick that at about 240, 250, that'll do. So that concludes for this video. If you've got any comments, please do leave them on the website as always. And the next video we'll look at another application with a reverb.